Honorable député de Courtenay-Alberni.
So, Mr. Speaker, one of the first recommendations in the report is to develop a work plan to accelerate the available of national shelters to address homelessness, Mr. Speaker. But I'll tell you how it plays out on Vancouver Island. The only community, over 10,000 people, Parksville, Mr. Speaker, where the mayor of Parksville fought BC Housing, who was going to build a shelter in their community, Mr. Speaker. Now, that mayor is running for the Conservative nomination. And what they did is they went to court, they blocked the shelter. They blocked the shelter. That's what they do. They're doing it in Port Coquitlam too, Mr. Speaker. Because you know what Conservatives do? They come here and they say one thing, but actually when they're governing, they do another thing. And what they did in Parksville, Mr. Speaker, is absolutely against human rights. It's a violation of human rights. What they want is for the problem just to go away. They want the homeless people just to go away. So maybe through you, Mr. Speaker, my colleague can address why Conservatives block shelters in places when people are living on the streets.
That's right.
L'honorable député de Port Wellington.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And it might seem like the member from Courtenay-Alberni may have a concern with his provincial NDP government there in British Columbia if they're not doing the work necessary to make sure that those who are unable to find housing aren't able to access the services that might be available. But let's be very clear what a Conservative government would do. We will ensure that the gatekeepers are removed, that the municipal gatekeepers are removed so that more housing can get built in all communities across our country, working with municipal partners so that housing can be built. Municipalities are ready and willing to do the work, but the challenge is that they're too often not being supported by this government, especially when we look at issues like the Rapid Housing Initiative and the National Housing Strategy, which are not supporting small town and rural communities in this country.